Six-party talks on North Korea's nuclear program expected to resume this week have been postponed. No reason has been given.
North Korea recently promised to disable its program by the end of the year, but concerns do remain over whether they'll follow through. Al Jazeera's Tony Cheng got rare access into the secretive state known as the DPRK.
A symbol of the deep mistrust between North Korea and the United States. The USS Pueblo, captured off the coast of the DPRK in 1968. It was, say the North Koreans, a spy boat monitoring ship movements and military transmissions from just off their coast. A conclusion that the high-tech coding equipment on board would seem to support. One of the sailors who captured it thinks today the US still hasn't changed.
In the six-party talks, they promised to stop their aggressive policy towards us. But looking at a series of recent military exercises, they actually have not stopped at all.
It's a sign of how much ordinary Koreans are suspicious of the US. The fact that North Korea keeps a trophy of American aggression is symptomatic of the tense relationship between these two countries. Although we seem to have reached unexpected agreement at the six-party talks, and President Bush is talking about an end to the Korean War, it's a very fragile process that could go off the rails at any time. North Korea remains a deeply isolated country. Its government still run according to communist principles that have been abandoned elsewhere. The development of nuclear weapons is fundamentally important for defense purposes, say the country's leaders, who still fear military action from the states. But in an exclusive interview with Al Jazeera, they said they were still prepared to give up those weapons.
If the United States stops its hostile policy against us, then the nuclear issue will be naturally resolved. Therefore, we have been faithfully carrying out our efforts to denuclearize the Korean peninsula.
And will the DPRK abandon all nuclear ambitions by the end of the year?
We think, as of today, the agreement made during the February 13th talks has been carried out well.
Here at the Yongbyon nuclear reactor, the process has started. International inspectors recently allowed in to see how to permanently disable the facility. Although many people are wary, the North Koreans really do seem to be keeping to their word.
So far, you don't have any evidence showing that it cannot be trusted by its promise. It promised that it would stop nuclear facilities. They did that, and they opened it to inspection. So in that sense, they kept their promise.
But still, many hurdles remain. No talk yet of nuclear weapons or the facilities that built them, and already disputes over interpreting the existing agreements. Nonetheless, just under a year after the explosion of the DPRK's first nuclear weapon, it seems we're closer than ever before to a nuclear-free Korean peninsula. Tony Cheng, Al Jazeera, Pyongyang.